So the initial problem we had to solve was it told us that the sum of the first 10 terms in an arithmetic series was the same as 4 times the sum of the first 5 terms in the arithmetic series. And they want us to use that information to find the ratio of the first term divided by the common difference. So if we remember that the sum of an arithmetic series is the same as n over 2 times the first term plus the last term, we know that on the left-hand side, since there's 10 terms, the sum of the first 10 terms, I can say 10 over 2, because that's n, equals the first term, no, sorry, not equals, times the first term, which we don't know, plus the 10th term, which we don't know. And on the right-hand side, that's the same as 4 times 5 over 2, because there's 5 terms, times the first term plus the 5th term. So then, if I do a little arithmetic here, I'm going to get 5. And then if I distribute that 5 through, I get 5 times a sub 1 plus 5 times a sub 10. That has to equal, and let's see, if the 2 goes into the 4 twice, 2 times 5 is 10, and then I'm going to distribute that 10 through. So 10 times a sub 1 plus 10 times a sub 5. And then I think, because I want to get rid of that a sub 5 and that a sub 10, because that's not helping me. I really want a sub 1 and d's in my formula here. So if you think about that explicit formula for an arithmetic sequence, it's the first term plus the common difference times n minus 1, number terms minus 1. So since I want a1, the a1's not the problem. It's this a sub 10 that's the issue, and that a sub 5 that's the issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually substitute in what I know for 10, and I'm also going to substitute what I know for 5. So that gives me 5 times a sub 1 plus 5 times a sub 1 plus d, which we don't know, but we do know n is 10 for this, so that's going to become 9. And if I distribute that all through, I get 5 a sub 1s plus another 5 a sub 1 plus, say, 9 times 5 is 45 times d. Now I'm going to do that same thing on, and actually here I'm going to add those together and get 10 a sub 1s plus 45 d's equals, and on that other side, that gives me 10 a sub 1s plus 10 times a sub 1 plus 4, because n's 5, 4d's. And then on the right-hand side, if I distribute that 10 through, that's going to give me 20 a sub 1s plus 40d. That equals 10 a sub 1s plus 45d. I'm getting there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract the 10 a sub 1s. I'm going to subtract the 40 d's from both sides. So if I subtract 10 a sub 1s, I get 10 a sub 1s over here. If I subtract 40 d's, I get 5 d's over here. And then they're looking for a sub 1 over d. So if I divide both sides of this by d, and I divide both sides by 10, that's going to give me 5 over 10, or 1/2, equals a sub 1 over d, and that's what they were looking for. Is there an easier way to do this? Probably. That's how I got to work. Hope that helps you out.